we're davening at 6:10. Note that Thursday, which is Tisha B'Av, we'll be davening at 5:45 upstairs. We have a lot to do that day. Now for a quick Devar Torah. This week's Parsha has as I mentioned, it has a restatement of the Aseret Dibrot, the Ten Commandments. And there's a major difference between what we said in Parshat Yitro and this week. There we say Zchor Yom Shabbat, remember the Sabbath day. And here we say Shamor Yom Shabbat, keep the Sabbath day. And as you know, this was said in one breath, something that's impossible for us to do, but for God, nothing is impossible. So the question is, why the double language? Why the double lashon? And the answer is very simple. If you look at what we say every Friday night, Mizmor Shel Yom Shabbat, if you ever look at that Tehillah, that psalm, you'll notice something very strange. It says, this is a psalm for the Sabbath day. That's the last time it's mentioned in the entire psalm. The rest is talking about the beauty of keeping Shabbat, what you get for it. It's sort of like, God, here's the title, but what the Shabbat is about is how we benefit from it. And keeping and remembering are two parts of it. Many years ago, when I was a tour guide in Sfat, I agreed to do a tour on Shabbat to the synagogues, and I said, it was a group of young Jews, and I said to them, one of the conditions is no cameras, no notes. You have, when you're on my tour, we're going to Jewish holy places, you have to abide by house rules. And sure enough, and these were kids from Denver, Jewish kids, sure enough, a young lady took out her camera and began taking pictures. So I turned to the people who I agreed to do the tour with, and I said, that's it, the tour is over, I'm walking. And I'll return the money. I don't want the money, it's not a matter of money. And one kid whose father was a Reform rabbi said, well, she's trying to remember the Sabbath. So that's why she's taking pictures, justifying it. And I replied, if you don't keep it, there's nothing to remember. And that's why the two words are there. If you want to remember Shabbat, you have to keep Shabbat. If you want to remember the mitzvot, you have to keep the mitzvot. Otherwise, you won't remember what you're keeping, and you won't keep what you don't remember. Something to think about, Kaddish Rabbanim.